na asking kung legit si Sukat. Legit siya. Isang
Yeah,
serving,
looking at
2,000.
2,000
Grabe.
calories for 335 grams of
Pasta,
serving.
yeah. So
What?
I'm gonna take charge of my health. I'm gonna weigh my food, and I don't care what you think, diba? You can't diet when you have a
Correct.
jowa, bro.
Correct.
Alright, and
Alright.
we are back for another episode of the Strength and Movement podcast. So this episode is quite special. We have a
Yes.
Actually,
I think this is gonna be fun.
yeah.
Okay,
So we have a mystery guest.
Yes.
So mystery kasi hindi namin siya pwede pangalanan.
Correct.
He who should not be named. So Lord Voldemort yata ang datingan. Alright, so sabi niya, he is Instagram's top Sukat star, as well as the dude behind your favorite Instagram macro teardown page. So we have today the guy from Sukat Squad.
Okay. So, would you like to ask the first question, Luis?
Right. So to begin everything, we just want to know paano nag-start? How did Sukat Squad come to be?
It started pretty much with me weighing my food, kasi I wanted to, well, like everyone else, wanted to get fit, diba? But during my entire lifting parang career ko,
Since you mentioned lifting, so are you a weightlifter, power lifter, crossfitter? What discipline exactly do you practice?
I was born and bred in the Bakal gym. So,
yes. Aren't we all?
Aren't we all,
Diba?
diba?
Okay.
So we started there yung mga 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps. That's how I started. And then my friend introduced me to powerlifting, and that's how I came to know about the community of the powerlifting sport. No?
Okay.
And then, of course, that's how I...
Would you remember how long ago was this?
Bro, tagal na yan. The first competition I was part of was the one that was organized by the PAP, which was in the Tiendesitas pa. So tagal na nun, bro. Raw with wraps yung unang buhat ko.
Parang hindi ko malalaman, di ba? Ang daming powerlifters na nag-join that meet na up to today, active pa naman sila. Actually, that was one of the first few raw powerlifting meets. So, yung mga baby noon, sila na yung mga monster.
Actually, that's
during our first episode, Sinestor lang. Mentioned exactly the same competition. Yung sa Tiendesitas.
Yes.
Diba?
So, I guess medyo OG ako, pero I mean, I'm nowhere near monster level. So, alam mo yan, life kind of got in the way, and then career. So, ayun. But I enjoy playing the sport, no? Yes. And I played recently dun sa powerlifting meet that was organized by PHPL then.
Okay.
So you're still active naman pala?
Yeah.
When it comes to powerlifting.
Very
and
active. For a powerlifter to be active for more than 7 years, it's quite an accomplishment.
Yes. Ano yung sasabi mo, Coach? Yung you should be afraid of the old people?
You should be afraid of the old man you should be afraid of the old man in a sport where the young quit so early.
Yun.
Okay. Kasi aminin na natin, medyo takaw injury yung powerlifting, and actually every aspect of your life affects your total as powerlifter.
That's true.
So
let's get back.
Sorry,
let's
we
get back
ventured out.
How did the name Sukat Squad, how did it come up? Why Sukat Squad? Why did you choose that handle? Why did you choose that name?
Sige, I'll backtrack a little bit din lang. Medyo
prepared kami.
Prepared din ako para malinaw, di ba? So when I started, kasi I started measuring lang no May 15 last year. Pero I've been dieting on and off for a long time na, di ba?
Wait lang. May last year? So,
May last year lang.
Less than 1 year.
Less than 1 year lang. So, when I was doing this, sabi ko, okay, I put these informations together, and of course, parang yung goal ko is to just be a little more fit.
Okay.
Diba? So it was me and my girlfriend eating out, ganyan. Sabi ko, okay, we're here na naman. I measured the food, and then I have the information. Sabi ko, yeah, I'll share it on Instagram stories. So that's the first The Sukat Squad name came about was the time that it came about was around September. Yung parang I've been posting Instagram stories now of like torn down foods and whatnot, and then parang hashtag Sukat Squad because I'm basically measuring for everyone, diba? So yun. The Instagram was born, or the Instagram account was born December 5 or 6 lang. December 5. December 4. Ganon. So mabilis siya.
So let me just mention how many months ago was this? So December, January, February. Pero your followers right now is at around 11,000.
11.8 na.
Organic lahat to.
Organic lahat.
Wow. Ang bilis. Okay.
So it just goes to show that a lot of people are actually interested in knowing about this. Question ko lang, what was the first post that you had? What was it about?
It was yung Coco Ichiban niya. It was a katsu curry. Omurice katsu curry. So it was very wild, no?
Nice. Okay.
So sabi ko, my girlfriend and I was like, oh, tara, kain tayo. And then I started weighing, and then I asked. Kasi some restaurants have the weights and the portions on their menu. Like Coco Ichiban has it.
Yes.
Sinasabi kong 200 grams of rice ka, 300 or 400. So it was easy. So I did that. We kind of researched a bit how to get the macros for the sauce, and then I just laid it out and then posted it on Instagram. So in the beginning, syempre, diba, you're going to try to get followers, so I posted it on my personal account, and then as the days went by and the account grew, parang I stopped posting now on my personal and then just kind of let it grow by itself. Na.
Galing. Okay. So what was the question again?
Sukat Squad, sorry. Gulo ng mind ko ngayon.
It's okay.
So the first one that I was thinking of, yung account name was I measured so you didn't have to.
Okay.
So pero
Bakit
sabi ko,
hindi siya
haba bro. Tas parang angas ng dating, diba? So I wanted something that's kind of inclusive, approachable, and a little bit flexible, diba? Kasi that's kind of my style din. So yung Sukat Squad came about when I remember the hashtag. Sabi ko, I think this has a nice ring to it. So I asked my friend and then my other friend who works with brands, ganyan, sabi, oh, that's a nice ring to it. Sige, try mo. I think it'll fly. So I did that, and then here we are. It's the name itself. It's just a squad of people who wants to make sukat, pretty much. So yun.
So originally, that was the intent of the page talaga, just to give out information to the general public as to how you should measure things. Meron bang specific things that you initially wanted to put out there, like specifically these kinds of food? Puro gusto mo ba initially? Puro fast food? Puro ganito? Or anything and everything talaga yung target mo?
Bro, I'll be real. Yung girlfriend ko yung nagde-determine kung ano yung mapopost ko.
So basically, yung mga pinopost yung food, that's the usual stuff that you guys need.
Yeah.
So, of course, napakarami nating meals kung i-account kung na kinakain mo every day. So, ano yung, let's say, quote-unquote, creative process nyo dito in terms of determining gagawin ba natin ang macro profile to o hindi? So, ano yung proseso nyo dun?
Okay. So, it really depends kasi there will be times that I needed to act fast. Like, I'll give you an example, no? When I saw the article that said that Jollibee was retiring the champ, diba, they discontinued na nila.
Yes.
It was buzzing a lot. Sabi
that was
ko,
just recently.
Recently lang. Sabi ko, oh shit, I need to do something about this. So I didn't believe the news, diba? Parang sabi, they're discontinuing the champ. Okay. So I went out, drove around, punta ako ng Jollibee, parang may champ pa ba kayo? Sir, sorry, discontinued na. Went to another one, sabi discontinued. Pero sabi ko, oh shit, this news is real.
Okay.
So me naman, sabi ko, okay, since we can't have this anymore, and I found out from a friend that you can order extra burger patties.
Yes, you can. Actually, hack yun.
Secret menu.
So
up to 3 patties.
Up to 3, diba? So that's what I did. Sabi ko, okay, I looked at the parang previous profile niyan, and I mean, it's 1/3 pound so I did the math na lang, parang, okay, I guess 3 patties equivalent, and I put it together. And then, I just posted it. So, yun yung isa sa mga things that I need to act fast on. Like, food that's buzzing. And that's the one that gets shared a lot also. Diba?
Nag-viral ba yun?
I wouldn't say nag-viral siya,
pero,
but...
But ikaw may popular.
It became popular. It was really highly shareable.
Yes, actually, I also saw that
Oo.
from a few accounts that I
Yeah,
follow.
looking at it now, is this it? The Champ tribute?
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
so
the one.
cheesy yum deluxe, is it that one?
Yeah, it's a cheesy yum deluxe with extra patties.
It's crazy.
Galing nakakaaliw
606 calories
Wild, no?
for one serving. All right.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, let's get into that later on.
Okay.
Doing all these things, I'm guessing a lot of people will wonder, what's your background on it? Are you a nutritionist? Do you have an educational background when it comes to all these things, or are these more of something you just more of a personal hobby that you, or more of a personal passion that you just wanted to do?
Okay. More than anything, I did this. I started this for myself.
All right.
Yes.
Diba? I have the information I've been measuring. So sabi ko, I'll just share it with everyone. It's there already. There's nothing to be gained by keeping this to myself.
Correct.
Diba? So that's pretty much yung parang pinaka-premise ko. So now that I have this information, I shared it to everyone. And then everyone found it useful. So I guess that's what contributed to it. No? So in terms of my background talaga is marketing and brand and all those, cool stuff.
Kaya
diba?
pala.
So
Galing.
yung mga writing na yan.
Yeah.
That's why may konting may konting finesse. I do my day job, if you can say that it's a day job, is I make videos and films for small and medium businesses.
All right.
So parang mga marketing stuff for Facebook, Instagram, those things. I do that,
Nice.
diba? It just so happened clients ko rin are kind of leaning towards food. So parang okay, might as well. But my career is kind of centered around food right now. So this helps me get in touch with other brands also. So parang get my name out there, and then but mostly for Sukat Squad, it's really about putting the information out there.
Yeah.
In terms of something or parang my background nutritionally, I am currently studying in what do you call this? I'm doing the precision
Nutrition.
L1 course. So I don't know, just to add a little layer of credibility.
Tsaka
for
legit.
this.
Of course. Kasi that's particularly in the field of nutrition. Okay, yung weight ng certification mo or educational background mo is sobrang importante for people to believe you at the same time para maging valid yung mga ginagawa mong content.
Especially
so, I think
days.
that's a good step.
Yeah, it's a very good it's a great effort towards becoming more credible, kasi these days medyo, since the information is out there, since a lot of people have access to the information, it's also very easy to come across misinformation.
Yes.
So mali yung nakakalat natin. Yeah.
With the territory.
Yes. And I'm very transparent naman with my data and information.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if for
I see.
example someone sends me a DM na, bro, parang off yung macros mo na to.
Nangyayari sa iyo 'yon.
Oh, I post erratums naman. Parang
Okay.
sabi ko, okay, mali yung measure ko dito. I forgot to add the creamer dito sa coffee that was supposed to be
okay.
parang
That's
ganyan,
nice.
diba?
And that is
Okay.
good.
I put that out rin. And then, like, of course, I have friends who are coaches in real life also.
Yes.
They weigh in. Like, for example, I have a friend who's an R&D.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, there you go.
diba?
Another reference for you.
Reference also. So, I talk to him parang, whenever he says something na parang, bro, medyo off yan. So, that's when I'll start questioning myself. And so, I value the input that the community gives me. It's not like just because I posted something that this is supposed to be hailed as gospel. It's not supposed to be like
Yes.
that nga eh, diba? So what I do rin also, and helps with the transparency, is by breaking down the food into individual components, may check and balance yan. So for example, you, Coach Marlon,
Yeah.
diba? You, of course, you have a way mas matagal ka na dito sa field
Yeah.
na to. So if you can see like yung tear down ko, and then medyo off, or parang you don't think that the protein profile should be this high,
Okay.
you can just look at the weights, diba?
Okay.
For example, 20 grams chicken breast, and then parang if you have a specific MyFitnessPal entry for it or
Okay.
whatever, you can use that information pa rin. You don't,
Okay.
diba? Parang there's
Yes, of
something
course.
for everyone.
Yes,
There's something for everyone.
Ang bottom line is, kung magkakamali ka man or meron mang points na hindi tugma, is still magagamit mo pa rin yung macro breakdown na yun eh.
Yes.
Basically, it's a starting point.
It's a starting point. Oo. So, ayun lang. I just try to, with my experience also lifting and training myself and then also with my girlfriend, diba? I just try to get all these inputs rin. Kasi, of course, information is everywhere. I mean, anyone can just sign up to Instagram and then sign up to all these parang nutrition pages.
Yes.
Diba? So, parang, of course, I take that into consideration and then what has worked for me, that's what I post. Pero what hasn't, I'm very iffy about writing about those things. So ganun. That's how I write my my articles and my content.
Going back to what you said a while ago, yung main reference mo is MyFitnessPal, correct?
Initially,
are you trying to cross-reference then maybe some other apps?
I like to cross-reference a lot kasi the problem with MyFitnessPal is it's so convoluted.
Yes,
there's
correct.
so much information there. Like for example, you'll get your chicken breast, my calories doon, but there's no macronutrient profile, diba? So it's hard to be consistent. So when that happens, I try to cross-reference with other websites also, diba?
Okay.
So like one that I have come across recently and I love so much is I don't know, I'm so noob at this. The USDA Food Data Central website.
Okay.
So they have almost everything there, and I think that's what the other apps use as a reference also. So I go straight.
Yes.
It takes a little more research, so medyo tedious siya, diba? Kasi sometimes you look at it, parang I tear down like an undox chicken. Diba? Parang sabihin nila, paano pag walang balat, di ba? Of course, di ba? I mean, I could...
Mahirap, di ba?
Mahirap. I mean, I could easily dismiss that person, pero I'm not that kind of dude. So, I look it up and then parang, okay, this is, yung profile will be chicken breast, skin eaten, chicken breast, skin not eaten. So, compare ko lang.
That's really valid kasi some people don't eat certain parts of certain food. So, I guess, di naman siya troll question.
Yeah, valid naman, valid. Pero sometimes lang, alam mo yun, I'm a human being also.
Yeah, of course.
Magdambag ka nakatitig sa spreadsheet tapos parang magre-reply na, paano kung hilaw, bro? Paano kung hilaw? Ano yung macros niya? Kasama ba yung oil? So,
tapos, matindi dyan, libre pa, di ba?
Yun na.
Hindi ka naman binabayaran, tapos galit pa sa'yo.
So, sometimes I just have to take a step back and parang, inhale, exhale. And then, like, I love it. These people, my goal here is to at least educate and, if they leave my Instagram, they leave it, with their knowledge enriched and parang they learned something. Parang ganun lang naman eh. Give information and then parang just make their lives a little bit better.
That's nice.
All right. So, going back lang there, I think you mentioned it briefly, but we just want to reiterate. Sino ba yung target audience talaga nitong page to? Who are the people who you are really trying to reach out to?
Initially, it's my main target audience is like people like us.
Okay.
So,
enthusiasts.
Number one, enthusiasts.
At least enthusiasts going to pro.
No, beginner to enthusiast.
Yeah,
and then they're different like tiers to it. I guess I cater to a wide variety of audiences.
Yes.
But when I write to people who are like us talaga. Basically, like you have disposable income, you can eat out, you take care of your nutrition.
Yes.
And you have a basic knowledge of weightlifting and training and fitness.
Yes.
So yun. So like going back also to what I mentioned earlier, for those who are enthusiasts to advanced, the way they can use my page is to check the breakdowns.
Okay.
So if they don't agree with my my profile, they can use that.
Like what I said a while ago. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin hindi siya useful kasi it's for example, professional ako. I might see some discrepancies.
Yes.
Pero at the end of the day, the mere fact I looked at it, meron akong reference point. That in itself is useful already.
Yeah. And it's better than nothing.
Yes.
Kasi it may not be 100% accurate na down to the last gram of whatever macros
yes.
But at least I have a reference because it's better than people who are just eating and not even tracking anything about their about the nutrition of what they are eating.
Ang nangyayari na lang minsan nasusurprise yung tao. Uy, shit, ganito pala yung macros nito. Kain ako ng kain. So,
Kasi ako ito
the mere fact na meron ka nakita na information about what you're eating, panalo na kagad eh.
Yes. It makes you more mindful talaga.
Yes,
Oo.
correct. That's
Oo.
the exact word for it.
Common for people, I think, would be feeling nila they're eating okay. They're eating okay in the sense that they don't really have a caloric surplus. Normal naman within the range.
Yes.
Pero magugulat sila. Yung kinakain ko pala, sobrang taas pala ng calories.
taas.
Sobrang taas
Yes,
pala ng
yes.
fat. Sobrang taas pala ng carb.
Correct.
Just recently, you posted yung spicy tuna.
Yeah.
One piece is about 300 calories.
Exactly.
Diba? Tapos
Lit-lit
makikita mo,
nun eh.
makikita mo umu-order mga 3 neto,
Yeah.
dalawa.
Exactly,
Tapos magreklamo, tumataba ako, coach.
Tapos ang sasabihin, di naman masyadong nag-eat out. Kasi minsan ang connotation lang is for you to have a caloric surplus rather, kailangan medyo pig out yung kain mo. Pero what people don't realize is that even the small things, small when it comes to dimensions pero yung nutritional value niya pala, iba pala.
From my experience, actually, the nutrition part is where most people fuck up.
Yes, I agree.
Because if you come to think of it, let's say I'm a normal person, I want to get fit, I don't want to get fat, yung general health profile ko, gusto ko lang normal siya, I'm gonna work out around 3-4 times a week. That's 4 hours you're inside the gym. For the rest of the week, for the rest of the hours, you're outside, you're eating.
Yes.
So, it's very important to have an informed choice
Yes.
with regards to what you eat.
Very true.
Kasi, if you're gonna ask me if I'm gonna put a percentage in terms of success rate ng isang trainee, around 70% of that is anchored around your nutrition. So, yung page niya is really helpful.
Yeah.
Actually, I had several DMs na asking kung legit si Sukat Squad. Kaya ako naisip na, gusto ko makausap si Sukat Squad. Legit siya. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, let's just get back to the stuff that you post.
Sige.
So, what are can you give us some things that you would say na surprising? Like yung binanggit ko kanina, like that tuna pie thing was wow. Ang laki pala ng ganun pala kataas yung calories nun. Can you mention a few of those things, like top 3 things that you would consider na at face value it doesn't look like much, but it's actually very surprising to see that the nutritional value of that specific food is actually wow.
Okay, I'll start with my most recent one, which is yung truffle cream pasta ni Mamu.
Okay.
So, sakto
diba? Hindi mo na makikita sa Fitness Pal yan.
No,
Okay.
hindi. So, yung sige, I'll go expound on it a bit, no. So, normally if you're an enthusiast lang, you'll just parang track it as one plate or one serving of a carbonara dish, diba?
Yes.
So, parang I checked that, it's around 600 calories, diba? Macros aren't even present there if you look it up in MyFitnessPal. So, of course, with the way I brand myself, no, of course I have to tear it down.
Yes.
But these things can't be torn down because there's only 2 components, your sauce and your pasta.
Yes.
Diba? So that's where I have to do a little bit of research. So I'm just walking you guys through my process.
Yeah.
So with a little research, you'll find the recipe online. So this website said like, oh yeah, we've hacked this. So I look at the recipe and I plug it into the nutrition calculator. So I compared side by side, parang just weighing it like it's raw form or parang the served form versus like yung raw ingredients, diba? It's night and day yung difference talaga. So like you're looking at 2,000 calories versus 600 calories for casual.
Isang serving 2,000.
2,000 calories for 335 grams of
pasta.
serving.
Yeah. So
what?
Yeah.
2,000. Ano na yun calorie allotment na isang araw yun.
yun yung kailangan ko macros for the entire day, no? So 2,000 calories yung yung target. But anyway, I mean, people get shocked about these things,
yes.
pero it's been like that since forever, since they opened,
yes.
diba?
Yeah.
So I guess it breaks their heart to know these things, but at the same time, diba, you knowing is half the battle.
Yes, correct.
Diba? And my thrust for this website or for this Instagram page is to not be afraid. Don't be afraid of food.
Is that also because is that also the reason why you keep your anonymity in terms of your identity as the owner and the one who executes the Sukat Squad Instagram.
Not necessarily.
Page.
I mean, excuse me. The reason why I want to keep it like semi-anonymous is because it's bigger than me.
Nice.
Diba?
I like that.
No one wants to see my face.
Yes, correct.
Diba? There's no
Nice.
reason why I should post my face on this account. Diba?
Okay.
It's Sukat Squad. It's a squad. It's all about the people who follow it. It's not
Okay.
Sukat Dude. Diba?
Nice.
It's like that. So,
lumalabas yung pagka-branding expert.
hindi, pinag-isipan ko rin kasi
Yeah,
naman
of
talaga
course.
to, diba?
Hindi naman mag-grow yan ng ganyan. Tsaka, for our listeners, if they're gonna look at your Instagram page and scrutinize yung detail, ganda ng pagkaka-organize eh.
Oh,
talagang may professional touch eh.
And then correct me if I'm wrong. Nabanggit mo kasi about why you're not showing your face, na it's bigger than you. I guess it's a way na rin for you to focus on the content rather than focusing on the bashers. Kasi some people, a lot of people do these days na you post something and then for no reason they just try to look what's wrong with you personally so that they can scrutinize you, so that they can say that, oh, mali ka, di ka naman ganito. And I think it's a really good way to focus more on the content.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
it also gives a certain touch of sincerity.
Yes.
Because you're not trying to sell anything. You're not trying to brand yung personality mo as this Sukat Squad person.
Or dapat
And
yun,
I guess people appreciate that.
Yeah. Yun nga, I mean, my goal talaga is for this movement to take off. Like, it might be small, like baby ripples right now, but the fact that people are starting to bring their scales out in restaurants and weigh their foods out in the open, that's a major win for me already.
Yes.
Diba?
I've seen this twice or thrice na sa UP Town Center. Sa Yabu pa. Sa Yabu. So, nagtataka ko, shit, professional ba to? Nagko-compete ba to? Pero, yun nga, going back to what you say. So, what you're doing right now is actually raising awareness.
Exactly. Oh.
And, of course, kung titingnan natin, may stigma pa rin eh.
Yes.
Uy, ba't kadiri ka? May dala ka pang weighing scale. Eh, ano naman? Madali, konti lang naman kakainin natin. Yung mga ganun.
Diba? Konti lang. Pero, again,
So,
go back to
indirectly,
that.
you're discouraging your friends or your family to pursue fitness or
goals,
healthy lifestyle. Pero, if the person is in the process of what we call this, trying to improve his body or his or her performance, so why should we stop them?
Exactly. So yun nga, that's why I really wanted this to be like, all about the account and people doing this by themselves. So yun nga, like what you mentioned also, coach, na still in the Philippines, we have that stigma that if you're trying to better yourself by being a little more accurate with the scale,
Yes,
diba?
and
You're hardcore already.
Yes.
And you're not.
Correct.
You're not. Diba? That's why when you see parang, oh, is this guy like, but I want to empower people such that they have, the power is within them na, okay, I'm gonna take charge of my health. I'm gonna weigh my food and I don't care what you think, diba? Kasi at the end of the day, it's their body, it's their rules, diba? I mean, the fact that people are bringing these scales out na is that they're being empowered, and that's what I like to do also on my page. Like for example, sa Instagram stories, diba? Every time I get tagged, I take a screenshot and then parang I collage it na parang squad. I haven't done that in a bit. So squad shout out, and then the viewers and the ones who tag me,
Okay.
diba, know that they're not alone.
Yes, correct.
Diba?
Oh.
Diba?
And there's power in that.
And there's
Okay.
power in that. There's community. That's what I'm building
Yeah,
also. A community of people. So that's, I think, one of the reasons why ang bilis mag-grow no account also.
Yes, it's amazing.
Diba?
Organic lahat. 3 months, 11,
bilis nun.
almost 12,000.
Yeah.
Ang bilis nun. Okay.
And of course, whenever I get a new follow, I take a look at their accounts also. Of course, diba, in the beginning, I have all the power lifters, the weight lifters, and then the next one is yung mga fitness instructors, and then the ones who are doing yoga. It's a very what do you call it? It's a very big community of athletes, non-athletes, desk warriors, mga weekend warriors, mga ganon. So I'm really blessed that choose to follow the account, and then parang at least whatever content I put out, they find useful enough that they'll share it.
Yes.
So ayun, that's how I grew the account, and then they find value, like just give value lang talaga, and then they give it back.
Yes. Napaka-shareable kasi nung content mo eh. And of course, you said a while ago, yung the information you're dishing out is also useful for fitness professionals. So, imagine a fitness professional sharing your content. So, makikita na ng mga clients niya yun.
Yes,
no?
yes.
So, nagkaroon ng spike sa following.
Yes, and also parang it kind of validates your work eh. Kasi I mean,
Yes,
if you're a fitness
correct.
professional,
Yeah.
you look at it and sabihin mo,
Bullshit to.
bullshit, di ba? Parang, nah, I'm not sharing this.
Saka,
Bahala ka dyan,
one thing
bro.
I really also appreciate dun sa page mo is you showed your process. Okay. So again, that's one way of telling na kahit papaano may reliability to.
Yeah, yun nga talaga. I make it transparent. I mean, I don't put it dun sa mismong timeline, pero I put it on the stories na yung actual nakasukat siya.
And I think the good thing about that is that it's reproducible, meaning you can do it on your own as well. Kasi of course, mahirap din naman if I'm just gonna wait on a post before I can find out what the nutritional value of a certain food is. At least I can do it on my own if I know what the process is.
Correct.
Okay. So going back, so you said number 1, interesting yung truffle pasta ng mamu. Do you have any other examples?
I don't have a post, pero I was doing my research earlier na parang like for example a smoothie bowl na very Instagrammable.
Yeah.
Diba, you go to like a beach or whatever and they show that
Yes.
for fruits and like I look at it, sabi ko, let's do a visual teardown of this kaya. So parang you have your oats, you have your yogurt, banana, mango, peanut butter, chia seeds, and acai, diba? Doing a visual computation of that, one bowl amounts to up to parang, if you make it exaggerated, 721 calories.
Alright.
Diba? Parang, I'm feeling so healthy. Pero I mean, it is nutrient dense, but at the same time, it's very calorie dense also for one bowl, and you'll have that for breakfast. Diba? Imagine ano pa yung lunch mo.
So wala matitira sa'yo.
Wala matitira sa'yo.
I just want to go back to that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hindi porket nutrient rich yung kinakain mo, hindi ka papayat.
Hindi ka papayat.
If your goal is to lose weight, it's not just I'm just eating healthy food. It's still going to be caloric deficit.
Calorie balance.
Yung mga humingi ng reference sa akin or questions about it. Ang hirap kasi explain sa kanila na napaka-basic lang ng premise behind losing or gaining weight. It's, 'di ba? If you're gonna look at it objectively, simple lang calories in versus calories out.
Yeah.
True.
Gusto mo pumayat, kuha ka ng deficit. Kung gusto mong lumaki, kuha ka ng surplus.
Correct. Yes.
Pero somewhere in between, dun gumugulo Kasi may kanya-kanya tayong paniniwala.
Yes.
In fact, not in fact, actually, facts to Hindi naman to opinion.
Yes,
so, it's
science.
hard science.
Yes, that's true.
So, yun yung problema. Dun siya pumasok. Kaya, feeling ko, dun siya naging popular tsaka relevant yung content niya.
Yes, it's earlier. Kasi common food. Restaurant food. Hindi lang yung DIY food na healthy food that you can cook on your own, which is, I think, right now, most people don't really do. I mean, syempre, a lot of people, they do have the intention on eating healthier.
Yes.
But they can't really, maybe they don't have the time, maybe they don't have the financial capacity to actually commit themselves to doing their food on their own. So, yung content ng page mo is really great because it's readily available for you.
That's why I have a lot of clamor for foods like yung mga inasal, JTs, yung mga liempo, mga ganyan. No? So, I have it all. Pero ang hirap naman kasi like January, if you look at my puro like ang dami kong chicken posts, so hindi mo pwede isang bagsak lang at manok, diba? So, I'm kind of spacing it also para hindi naman maubusan ng core. Right?
One thing I also appreciate in your page is yung mga food na fini-feature mo are the foods na common na kinakain ng tao at the same time, very accessible.
Yeah.
So, I think that helps a lot in trying to reach more people.
Yeah.
And,
alright.
And I eat everything that I post. I just like parang may nag-message sa akin, do you eat ba yung mga tinitear down mo na food? Sabi ko. Kasi di ba I posted yung sa Jollibee, yung deconstructed na na tuna. Syempre kinakain ko, sayang naman bro. Para binayaran ko. Ayun.
Are there any food na hindi mo pa ma-measure or di mo pa makuha kung ano yung talagang breakdown niya? Is there any dream foods that you want to actually have it posted, but right now you're just having some difficult time?
Let's say, hypothetical question lang, just for fun. You're given 3 choices sa pagkain. Cost, yung logistics won't be an issue. Ano yung 3 food na yun? Let's, for example, gusto mo ba i-measure yung beef Wellington ni Gordon Ramsay?
Mga ganun.
Yung mga ganun. Ano yung 3 na nakikita mong gusto mong i-measure?
Hindi ako ganun ka foodie, pero basic lang ako, dude. I mean, masaya na ako sa pasta and steak.
Yeah,
That's fine, basic lang. Pero like in terms of like going out of my way and then flying out pa to like mga
theoretical lang naman.
Theoretical.
Anything.
Let's say Sukat Squad goes to Dubai. O kaya New York, mga
gold-plated na pagkain. Baka ganun.
I don't know. I mean, sige, ganito na lang. Kasi like the food that I like is the one that I eat a lot of.
Yeah.
So let's make it about the squad na lang. Kasi I've been getting a lot of DMs and saying, measure this, but they're talking about pastries.
Okay.
So parang
mahirap.
Parang bro, I can't tear that down. Kasi how am I gonna, like, I'll have a cookie and then bubudbud ko ng ganyan and then isa-isahin ko, ito harina to, ito asukal, ito butter.
Tama. Hirap nun. Pastry.
Exactly.
Nakaluto na yan eh.
I mean, yun nga, like, there was an episode where someone shot me a DM, diba? Parang, can you measure this very popular cookie? Parang sabi, okay. Let's see. Recently lang, I hit parang 10K then. Sabi ko, 10K, may angas na ako. Sige, DM ka natin to. So, I DM'd them. And then, parang I posted on Instagram stories. Parang, guys, I sent them na DM na. Let's just wait for their replies. Di sila nag-reply for quite a bit. Sabi ko, baka na-scene zone or inbox zone na ako dito. And then, their PR head messaged me. Sabi niya, yeah, I saw your DM. Yeah, the account will reply to you. Saka ako naman, oh my God, kinikilig ako. Diba? Like, finally, diba? Parang a little air of credibility rin dito. Parang, finally, I can talk to brands. Maybe because 10K na ako or whatever. So, I got the DM. And then, nung dumating sa akin, syempre, diba, it's a small thumbnail when you open it, diba? When I opened it, sabi ko, it's like a mock-up of a nutritional label. So I was expecting like proper macronutrients, diba? But then they made it a little pa-cute. So it's like, the calorie of one ganito is 250 grams of FUN. And then 20 micrograms of joy, and then like unlimited numbers of happiness.
Sabi ko, disappointing.
Sabi ko, okay. Thank you anyway. All right. Tapos I posted it naman, and then of course, syempre, my community is fitness savvy eh.
Yes,
parang sabihin nila parang
ginagago mo ba kami?
Naging PR stunt na lang eh.
We're into facts eh. That's the main point eh. Tapos naging
It was nakakalungkot ng konti. I mean, we're out here trying to get to the bottom of this. And yun nga, if they had like a little, alam mo, inkling lang or parang check the community a little bit. Hindi naman mukhang memes yung pinopost ko, pero hindi naman memes yan.
Actually, seryoso siya. Siguro, again, just goes to show yung power nung anonymity niya.
Yeah.
Okay. It gives him leverage eh. So, leverage in such a way na you can feature any food that you like.
Yung sa akin naman, I mean, with my face or without my face, I mean, like, makapal mukha ako eh. I mean, like, I see a food, I eat it, I paid for it, diba? And then I tear it down. So, it is what it is eh.
Correct.
They can't, alam mo yan, they don't have to hide it. Because regardless of the calories, people will still eat these foods.
Yes, correct.
Diba?
Ilan lang naman tayo na may that actually care about the macronutrients. In your opinion, sobrang dami ba ng mga gantong food items? Yung misdeclared or yung branding nila is misleading?
I wouldn't say misdeclared, but in terms of parang portion control lang talaga, there will be items that have, invisible or parang hidden calories that are kind of hard to, be aware of.
Yes.
I think the bottom of things is people, or parang the Filipino people need to be a little more, nutrition savvy.
Yes.
Kasi, if we look back into our grade school and high school times, like the only time that we were taught about food and nutrition was parang siguro sabihin natin like half a day when they said that go grow and glow
Yes,
foods.
that's it.
That's it. Diba? Go grow and glow foods. Whereas people in Japan, for example, in kindergarten, they're taught to prepare lunch for their batches. So that's how they're educated on what kinds of food, yung carbs or yung ganyan, diba? Or what vegetables do for you, diba? They have better awareness. Pero tayo wala eh. I mean, like yung
it goes to show naman doon sa mga choices natin eh. Tsaka yung mga readily available na pagkain dito. Talagang we eat for satisfaction.
For satisfaction. And yun nga, going back to yung mga hidden calories, like, Filipino food is prito culture eh. Alam mo yun?
Yes.
Everything is fried, bro. Parang,
it's either prinito mo o lumulutang sa mantika.
exactly, diba? So, we need to be more, I mean, like, look at kwek-kwek, bro, or like fish balls, diba? Ang sarap eh.
Calamares.
You think, harina lang yun, tapos langis, wala nga yatang protein yun eh. So, people need to know. So that's why in my little way, I'm kind of bringing the information out there, and pinaghihirapan ko talaga yung mga write-up na yan.
It takes time.
Tagal ng write-up.
Tsaka may cost yan for you.
Oh, well,
you have to buy the food.
I have to buy the food. I have to eat it. Your calorie cost din, diba?
Lalabas ka rin.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time also. That's why sometimes I can't, as much as I want to post content, agad. It takes a little time.
I think mahirap lang din with some of the food yun nabanggit mo with the pastries is, of course, if it's something that is commercial, they won't readily give you out what the content is.
They aren't even obliged to do that.
Yeah.
I think we don't have laws. Not unlike sa
States or so whatever. Yeah. But I saw an article that si Alfred Vargas of QC is lobbying for parang a requirement for restaurants to at least
dish out yung nutritional facts.
Nutritional facts nila. Hopefully that pushes through. Otherwise,
yes, I hope so. Kasi iwan na tayo. The last time I went to the States, even yung ano yung Mexican chain doon?
Chipotle or
Chipotle. So makikita mo isang bowl doon nasa 1,400 calories.
Wow. Pero dito bihirang-bihira mo makikita na may nutritional
dito sobrang
value.
bihira mo makikita.
Wow. Siguro maybe 1 out of 20 restaurants would put out those information.
But can I just give a shout out lang to
Go ahead.
To Gino's Brick Oven kasi when I was doing their sausage dish, parang creamy sausage whatever, diba? They DM'd me. Sabi na, bro, close yung macros mo pero the macros are this.
Wow.
Diba?
No, they
kudos to them for doing
that's
that.
great.
Yun nga, kaya mahal na mahal ko sila. So sabi ko, oh, dude, baka meron ka rin yung para sa pizza. I have for my pizzas also. Ganyan. Kasi he told me that, of course, he's a basketball coach, yung the guy who's in charge of that one. So medyo sports oriented. And then sabi niya, dude, ganito lang naman, every restaurant can do this eh. They just have to compute initially for their ingredients.
Yes,
and then
correct.
Pivot table.
Standardized naman yan usually.
And they don't have to provide the entire recipe. They just have to put out the macros naman eh, right?
Yes.
I think that's one of the reasons why also some restaurants might be iffy about it kasi parang
they're thinking
pag binigay ko to, i-reverse engineer ko to get the recipe.
You can reverse engineer from macros.
I mean, I'll sign an NDA para lang alam mo yun, di ba? Because we're 11.8K strong and growing, di ba? A lot of people are being more, kung baga sabihin natin, there's like a fitness renaissance happening right
yes,
now.
actually
diba?
there is. The way I observe it. So, parang nagkaroon ng onset nito mga around 3-4 years ago.
Right, di ba? So, I mean, it's not just the workouts or the these things that are popping up, but people are starting to pay attention to what they eat. Because then it's obvious also, you see all these parang ketos and then yung mga plant-based, yung mga intermittent fasting. Because people want a solution.
Correct,
diba?
correct.
Ang problema lang is that sometimes they read very shallow or parang parang sausaw lang sila. Okay, I read the first few lines. Kunya,
Go.
intermittent fasting.
I made my research.
Don't eat ganito and then eat at ganito lang. So, alam mo yon, if they don't know yung parang yung at the very basic, kasi diba I'm sure you guys know the nutritional pyramid, diba?
Yes.
Calorie balance, macronutrients, micronutrients, tapos ano yung sa taas nun, nutrient timing, and then sa pinakataas is supplements,
Supplementation.
diba? So yun eh. We don't even know yung calorie pati macronutrients. So how are you, alam mo yun, you're gonna wonder bakit yung intermittent fasting mo, you lost weight and then you ballooned after that, diba? So
good point.
Ayun.
Now
Speaking
that
of,
we're into dun sa diets at dun sa common misconception ng mga tao with regards to food. Next question is, would you happen to have a list, maybe 1 or 2 foods na people should stay away from macronutrient wise? Sa context na balance, you're after a balanced diet. Yung one or two food types of food na you should stay away from.
in terms of paano ba? It really depends talaga on your requirements.
Yes,
but
on your requirements. Pero yung
general lang.
at face value is basura to.
Yeah, exactly.
Mahirap eh. Kasi, like,
I guess it's the best way to put it.
how do you, okay, it kind of goes against my, but, kasi my thrust is, have the knowledge and the savviness to be able to eat any food that you
Navigate,
want.
yes, of course.
Yun, that's my thrust.
Tama yun,
So, parang
tama
it's kind of
yun.
hard to point like, basura ito or that. But, in generally, if you're trying to go on a deficit, parang anything fried talaga. As in, the moment it touches oil,
Yes.
basura na agad
Basura
yan.
na kagad.
Oh, but that's not to say na parang, okay, you
can't.
Actually,
can't, diba?
let me rephrase that. Hindi basura. It make things more difficult.
It will. Yeah, it will.
Because you will adjust everything
It will. Oh, yun. So, fried foods.
to accommodate yung pagkain na yun.
Fried foods talaga. And again, we're going back because Philippines is fried food culture.
Yes.
So, everything is fried to be yummy. Diba? I mean, sa bahay ka, would you steam a tilapia or piprituhin mo na lang yan?
Matik
diba?
yan.
Matik na,
Prito
prito
yan.
agad
Tapos
yan.
may
diba?
suka
Tapos may
bago.
suka, toyo mansi or whatever, diba? So,
Hindi accessible eh.
yun yung accessible. And see, that's yun nga. Just a little effort goes a long way also.
So yeah, fried food.
Fried foods talaga, fried foods.
So what's your opinion? Nabanggit mo na yung mga keto, maybe those trendy diets. We did have this question a couple of episodes back. What's your opinion on the trendy diets? Intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, what else? Dami ngayon eh.
Dami. Yung opinion ko lang is, well, generally, if it works for you, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Pero for me, it didn't work for me, so I stopped doing it.
What have you tried?
Lahat yan, bro. Diet hipster ako, pare. So, I started, even, you know how it is about bodybuilding.com, tapos
Yes,
yung fit, yung MISC, yung mga ganyan. Siyempre, of course, T-Nation, T-Muscle.
T-Nation,
Remember
yes.
na yun. Before these things went mainstream, try ko na yan.
Okay.
Like, yung intermittent fasting, I did that, 2012? Yung keto, 2014. Fuck, I mean, bro, I'm so cranky at work,
Yes,
dude.
correct.
Yung tipong, like, I was skipped breakfast and I was just waiting for my feeding window. Gaganon ako. As in, like, I was loading myself up with caffeine just to stave off hunger.
Yes,
so it
correct.
was so wild,
Correct.
diba? I mean, I thought, yung parang precaution ko lang yan was like, yeah, if you're going to do this, tell your office mates you're going to be on it because you won't be a very
Maninigaw ka.
effective office mate noon. So that's the one, yung intermittent fasting. I mean, to an extent, it kind of worked for me. Like, I lost a little bit of weight, pero it's, yun nga, diba? Since I've been training a long time also, I've been fit, I've been fat, I've been skinny fat, I've been chubby fat. Not chubby fat, but matabuff. Mga ganon, diba?
Matabuff.
So, like, ito naman, yung keto naman, I did this around 2014. I did that to, what they call this, to hit my weight class sa powerlifting, diba? Parang sa shit, eliminate carbs lang, tas eat liempo and
Patay
chicken
tayo dyan.
all day, diba? So, it kind of worked. I leaned down. Pero, at the expense of my relationship,
Relationship.
Oo.
Ah.
You can't diet when you have a
Correct.
jowa, bro.
Correct.
Malayo yung kapalit,
Mahirap.
Kasi
Mabigat
like,
yung
I
kapalit
can
yun.
relate to that because I've competed sa men's physique din. 3, 4 times already. And every time na magpe-prep ka for diet, grabe yung strain sa relationship.
Grabe
Asawa ko
talaga.
na yun, ha?
Asawa, diba?
Asawa ko
Oo,
na yun.
oo,
Kasi
oo.
napaka-selfish, eh.
Oo, it is. Kasi think about it, diba? You're going to parang you're only allowed to eat protein and fats lang.
Yes.
Diba? Parang sabi, tapos si Joe will be like, feel ko itong place na to.
Correct,
And then,
yan.
tara, try natin to. Ay, hindi ka pala
Hindi pa.
pwede kasi carbs ka
Naka-diet
lang, protein
ka.
and fats ka lang. Like, so, alam mo yun. I mean, like, she supports you, but at the same time,
Yes,
parang it's
correct.
adding strain. So,
I feel you.
it's
I feel you, bro.
yun yung parang pinaka hindi ko lang na feel sa when you go to extremes. So that's why I mean, if it works for you and your lifestyle, perfect, 'di ba? Pero if it doesn't, parang don't force it kasi
Correct.
alam mo yun. I mean, there are better and easier ways and sustainable ways
Yes.
to
Actually,
hit your
at
goals.
the end of the day, it's all about adherence. Eh.
Adherence. Yeah.
If you cannot
stick
adhere
to
with
it.
your particular plan or protocol,
Wala.
baliwala.
Yeah, that's true. Yun nga. So, like, going back, or moving forward, no, when I discovered or parang I looked or read deep into parang the macronutrients, kasi when people look at numbers, parang, oh my God, macros, ganyan.
Yes.
They get intimidated. Diba?
Exactly.
So I'm trying to blunt or parang remove the intimidation factor little by
Yes.
little by little.
Correct.
Diba? And empower these people na parang, okay, it's easy to take charge of your diets and at the same time, you can still eat these foods
Yes.
if you know what
If you're
your
smart
body-
about it.
Basta
Oo,
pasok
Yeah.
siya sa
body
kailangan
can.
mo gawin.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, what would be your tip to the general public about diets? Is there a specific diet you would recommend, or what should they do about diet in general?
General tips lang.
Yeah, general
from an
tips.
experienced sukat master.
Ito, top one tip ko is hire a nutritionist or coach you can jive with.
Yes.
Yun.
Okay.
That's the most important thing kasi if you're going to go do it like me, medyo mahabang proseso yan and you have to nerd out about
Correct.
this.
Good point.
Diba?
Good point.
So, find an expert. Ang daming experts. Well, credentialed experts, diba? But find the one that you can jive with. Hindi yung tipong papakainin ka lang ng chicken breast pati, alam mo, broccoli repeatedly, diba? Find some... I'm sorry.
Ganda nung point mo eh. Actually, I like that point na yung first step is to hire a credible professional. Kasi it will save you a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Yung trial and error mo ng 3-4 years can be shortened to 1 year.
Yes.
So, and you know, kung ano yung currency nung game natin or field natin, it's time.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, that's a good tip.
Yeah. Hire a professional talaga. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
so it's easier, I guess. I mean, it's not easier, but it's cost effective to do it on your
Yes,
own.
Oo.
Initial investment lang. Tapos,
Pero
kung
long term,
namamahalan
long
ka
term.
na, cut mo.
or cut mo na, diba?
At least, just make sure you learn something
Pag
from it.
natuto ka na, you can do it on your own. But I guess it's really good to start, especially if you're a beginner.
Yes,
if I'm correct. If you're a beginner, it's much better to hire someone who already knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Same with your training naman di ba? Hindi ka naman basta magba-bicep curls. You find someone who knows what they're doing.
Correct.
So, ganun yan. Number 2, buy a scale from Lazada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred brand?
Wala, bro.
Wala naman, okay.
Hanapin mo lang yung mura, tigo 100 lang yun. Yun. Kasi
Alam mo
pag
dati,
Oo.
nung panahon ko, ang hirap maghanap ng scale. na
Diba?
yun.
And online
Tsaka ang
shopping.
mahal.
Diba?
Yung maliliit na sa 5,000, 7,000.
Exactly. Kaya nga nung na-discover ko yan, like sabi ko, oh my God, it's so cheap.
And cheap na ngayon.
And
Grabe.
cheap na. Sabi, it arrived fast. So, ayun, buy a scale from Lazada and start measuring your food. So, may professional ka na, meron ka ng tool to get you started.
Yes, correct.
So, ayun. And then number 3, think long-term.
Okay.
Kasi,
So, when you say long-term, what time span are we talking about here?
the longer the better, pare.
Okay,
Kasi
correct.
like, for me, when I went deep into this, parang sabi ko, "Fuck, bahala na to, diba? Like, that was May last year. I didn't see any results for the first month, second month, third month. Pero I didn't see kasi I see myself every time eh.
Yes.
And then until one person said na parang, uy, parang pumapayat ka. Like,
Uy.
uy, parang,
Pwede.
diba? Tapos parang titignan ko, flex ako konti, diba? And then tuloy. Until 6 months, I can see like the first top 2 abs na ulit,
Yes.
diba? So, which is, I'm still far pa rin from my target goal, which is parang yung may ugat sa lower abs.
Yeah,
Diba?
okay.
Yan, diba? But, little by little, I'm able to, affect change in my body. So,
Okay.
if you can have that mindset, yung parang long-term thinking na yan,
Long-term, okay.
it will stick. Kasi I think the gains that you get in long-term, through long-term efforts
Yes.
are the ones that tend to stick.
Yes.
Ganon din yun.
Actually, it's quite proven already.
Yeah, diba?
It works that way.
Yung mga crash lang, crash
No, that's
diving
why-
and everything.
Easy
just
come, easy
really
go.
work,
Diba?
Yun, easy come, easy go. That's why nga, yun nga, people should let go of that way of thinking. And really, this is really for the long term. That's
Yes,
why,
correct.
like me, I stopped because before, syempre,
More
bagets
than
pa
long
yun.
term, I think it's gonna be like lifestyle already. Pag
maging
naramdaman
lifestyle
mo
yan,
yung positive effects, addictive siya eh.
It is very.
And you're gonna put more effort into it in such a way that you want to hold on to your gains or maybe get more gains.
Yeah, more gains or even parang who knows, this might be your calling also, di ba? Parang
Yes,
diba,
a lot of people
Diba?
dyan nagsimula.
like tipong you lost a lot of weight and then you get into fitness and then you make it your passion. Parang I
Yes,
want to help
I want to
people.
share.
Exactly,
Yeah.
di ba? So parang ganun din naman ako eh.
Yes,
Sabi ko,
sa case mo.
from
Ibang
one-
context lang.
from 169, bumaba ako ng 155, 154. Mga ganun, di ba? Sabi ko, shit, this is easy pala and I'm
Easy.
eating real people food. It's not like, I mean, I eat chicken breast and then, alam mo yun, nababalance siya. So it's really doable and that's why I keep on doing this. I want to let people know that it is doable.
Nice. Oh, nice
Speaking
tips.
of yung long-term thing, let's get back to your page. How do you see your page in the next 6 months, the next year? Will you be posting similar content or are you planning on posting more things? Ibang, let's say, something else about diet, not just the breakdowns.
Right now kasi the way I when I built the website or the Instagram page is parang mostly I was working only on parang information muna. Yun yung pinaprioritize ko.
Okay.
So but or parang populate it with content like
Okay.
food that is easily accessible, relatable, diet friendly kuno if they wanted to. So I want to arm them with parang food that they can get started with just a basic understanding. So, for example, they have, mayroon akong kunyari, sabihin natin, mang inasal, they'll have that for lunch, and then for
Okay.
dinner, they'll have either mang inasal or something a little lighter, or parang sabihin natin, magja-Jamaican sila. So, they can
Okay.
kind of piece things together already.
Oh, that's nice.
So, that's the first step.
Okay.
Populate it with content that people would find usable.
Useful.
Useful.
Okay.
Number 2 will be educate na.
Okay.
Kasi, like right now, what I find lacking in the page is people have been asking me also like, how do I get started? Or parang,
Why
what
is
do I
it
do?
so important na ito may gantong protein,
Yes.
ito ganito,
Oo.
carbs?
What
yeah.
are these macronutrients? Or
When,
paano ba
how
magsukat?
should I eat this?
Exactly. So, for the meantime, syempre since I don't have that kind of, like, alam mo yun, parang solid grasp of how it should be shared. The information for learning or parang, computing for your macros, I kind of defer to experts muna.
Yes. Okay.
So as I'm studying, parang sabi ko, sige, just refer to find a professional. Because I'm not a professional.
Correct.
Diba? I'm an enthusiast. But going through, or parang as the account grows, I think there is a need. That's why I'm studying for
there
it
is.
also.
It wouldn't grow that way if
Oo.
there isn't.
Oh, so I'm studying for it also. Anyway, grow the account and then at the same time educate the people. So once they're educated, they can easily make decisions for themselves.
Actually, it's also gonna make your life pretty easier.
Exactly,
Kaya,
diba?
Later on, babalik din sila dyan. Oy, Sukat Squad, ito talaga yung macros nandun.
Oo.
Mas madali na yung pag-profile mo ng mga food.
Correct. Yon. And then lastly, or parang one more thing I want, of course, to keep on growing so that brands really take notice.
Yes.
Because right now, parang 11 point baby lang yan eh. Diba? Parang pero kunyari
Oo,
sabihin natin
tama,
30, 40, parang uy, what is this?
May power na to.
Diba?
Oh, may reach.
And may reach. And they're all organic. That's why I don't pay. Yung pera ko,
Yun
pinapasok ko sa pagkain, bro.
That's what impresses me the most. Yung organic reach mo na 12,000 in 3 months. Walang face, walang person behind. tapos nagpo-post ka lang ng food, that's, for me, that's genius.
Yeah. Mas okay. I agree with
Nakahanap
that.
ka ng
really
niche.
much better na ganun.
Yung sa akin naman kasi, I mean, like, one of the things that drive me is just, yung paniniwala ko rin is you just keep on giving.
Yes.
And then they will give back.
Yes, correct.
So, ito, I mean, bigay lang ako ng bigay and then
later
universe
on
will
ka
take
nang
care
hindi.
of my needs na, ganun.
Yeah. And I'm guessing hindi mo naman talaga goal to make money out of this. Wala namang ganong...
Initially.
Well, we'll see. Kasi, like, for people, parang, can you cover this? Can you cover that? I'm only one person. It costs money and time.
Yes,
diba?
correct.
Malay mo, one day, diba?
Diba?
You'd have to
Sponsored
grow
ka na.
your page.
God willing, diba?
Yes.
Parang get sponsors. Parang, wow, okay, cool.
So, and if there are any maybe restaurant owners that are will be listening to this that want to feature, diba?
Yeah. And yun, little by little may mga nagko-contact na rin sa akin.
That's nice.
Ayun,
That's nice.
Unti-unti. Ayun lang, as long as there's food, there's Sukat Squad.
Yes, nice.
Okay, that's a really great line. All right, so that's about it for us.
Are
Wala
we
naman
about
gawin.
to wrap up
Yeah.
na? Okay.
Ando lang. Where can people find you? Instagram, Facebook. What's your handle? How do people reach out to you for anything and everything?
At Sukat Squad on Instagram. That's pretty much it.
Do you have any shoutouts to maybe your partner sa Sukat Squad na hindi nakapunta dito today?
She's working eh. Okay, alam niyo na yun. Can I shout out to Luis? Shout out for the DM and for next time, pwede request.
Ano?
Pwede mas mabilis na yung pag-call mo ng press. Tagal. Nag-cramps ako sa bench.
Okay. So, alam mo, powerlifter. Powerlifter to. Okay.
May nagtanong, do you even lift? Sabi ko, oh my God, patulan ko.
Talaga? Ginawa ka?
Meron.
Okay.
Any competitions that you're planning to compete in the future? Hindi naman nila alam kung sino ka right now, but will you be stepping on the platform anytime soon?
Yes. Guys, kita-kita tayo sa PHPL Summer Classic.
Alright.
Hey! Okay, so that's it.
And that's it for
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you very
Thank
much
you very
for
much.
listening.
Thank you very much for
Sukat
the
Squad.
time.
Very
Really
honored.
do appreciate giving your time today for you to guest in our podcast. So that's about it. All right, guys. This concludes another episode of the Strength and Movement Podcast. Please do follow us over at our page on YouTube and at its Kinetics Lab Media. Please follow us on Spotify as well. It's Strength and Movement Podcast. Thank you very much and see you in the next episode. All right.
Thank you.